To this week's showing of the 4-inch super late model GRC here at Lanes Raceway. Gonna get the chat up and going here real quick. Looks like everything's good. All right, chat's up. We got racers on the track. Looks like we're missing one, Randy Kirtley right now. As soon as he gets his car up there, we'll start going green flag racing, so bear with us. I'll be right back with you. All right, racers, get ready. Let me sit down. All right, watch your lights. All right, here we go, folks. You know the deal. 4 red lights drop out to a green. It's a full debacle. 2 communities, 3 red strikes, and you're coming off. Freshly sprayed track as we get 2 cars involved with each other. It looks like Glenn Burden and Nathaniel Burden knocking wings off of each other. These are some old school bodies from back in the day. Hard hits that never quits. So that's the first of one community. Looks like with that wing coming off the back there, we're probably going to have a little bit more of an aerodynamic issue here. Instant gratification when it comes to full-blown debacle. Not even one lap made, folks, and we got a full debacle. Special thanks yet again to Dana Durham, the ultimate track car marshal. See there in the upper left-hand portion of your screen, I believe that is Action Jackson's new box he got for his birthday. He's celebrating his birthday here at Lanes Raceway. Hanging out with all his buds, doing a little racing. He acts like he's cool over there, brushing his beard. Look at him over there. Action Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. He's blowing me kisses. He's blowing me kisses. Oh, the generation of Fortnite. I'm cracking him up. Hello, everybody in Internet land. Four red lights drop out to green, and here we go. We got another wreck. It looks like Jay Latham's car is going to get shunted off to the backside there by Carson. Let's get a nice gentle slide there from Jay Latham in his Sasquatch-looking hoodie there. So that's the second community of the day. It looks like we're going to be taking strikes now. Jay and Carson involved in the incident. And we got a yellow flag, couple cars off. Let's go take a peek down here in Dead Man's Corner. So it looks like Bruce Bullington and Glenn Burden. They are definitely hooking a lot better than they have been previously. It's all about trigger control and keeping the back ends from wobbling back and forth going into the crook of the track. As you see the exit of Dead Man's Corner, if you don't keep those back ends under control, they will slop back and forth and come out. So just keeping those things under control helps tremendously. So 30 seconds into it right now, and we got another incident took place there. Carson, he's come off. Like I said, it's all about dodging wrecks on this one. Music provided by Epidemic Sound for copyright issues. We do have copyrighted music here at Lanes Raceway that the guys are hearing. I do not want that coming over the live stream. And that's what we use to kind of block all that out. So, they make some pretty good stuff. I think you guys have enjoyed it a little bit better since we've had a little bit of background music. Nonetheless, a lot of wrecks, too. We like the sound of wrecks. 4 red lights drop out to green, and here we go. Right now, Guillermo Sire down on black lane, really rushing hard in the teal-looking car as he goes to make a pass on the inside on purple, and he makes it nice as he makes a nice, easy pass there on Nathaniel. One car up on its lid, another one track marshal Dana is grabbing. I think the showdown that we're going to see here is the amount of how many times people come off. We're going to see several people going to be doing some set-outs on this series here, as it is quite brutal, to say the least. So there's Jackson on orange and Carson on red. I believe Carson has one more. Then Burton goes to the outside and gets hit hard in the back by the orange car of, I think, Bruce Bullington. Bruce Bullington taking a quick peek there at his car as he moves it to the front of it. Don't forget, chat is live on YouTube. I believe Facebook and Twitch are questionable, but YouTube, I do know that we are live. 4 red lights drop out to a green, and here we go. Yet again, a nice big cluster of cars rolling down low as Guillermo takes a nice jab there on purple and is able to make it nice and clean, so that's pretty good. There on the inside on blue lane going through Dead Man's Corner, Randy Kirtley, your current leader. He's got an impeccably fast car. 1.746 is his best time, second to Guillermo Sire. So we get a car re-put back on the track here by Dana Durham on orange. That's Jackson. That's his second one. And 4 red lights drop out to a green. Right now we got 6 cars on the track, a couple of them off already. So we got another car to wreck here. That's Nathaniel Burton's. I believe that's his second one maybe? I don't know. I've lost count. A lot of wrecks. Up next, we got a Group 12 GTP on the orange. The guys are excited about that. That's some of the guys' favorite class is the Group 12. And that'll be on our GTP track. This track right here. There's a car going around there. Gunner practicing up for next week. Like we're down to 6 cars here. Randy Kirtley in the lead as we see Jay Latham's car go all the way to the bottom. Randy Kirtley there on blue lane. He's about midsection there, but he's able to keep his car running nice and smooth. Keeping the back end under control is definitely, as we get everybody involved in that incident, except for one, Nathaniel Burden. 24 seconds left to go in the heat, and I think it's going to lay claim to another racer there, Glenn Burden. He's going to be setting out. That's a second one for Jay Latham. Now that's Cotton Candy Randy there with his cotton candy colored car there. Might be his first time coming off there. And of course, Bruce and Jay. I'm not sure. Maybe Jay's second time there. But we're down to 5 cars now. It's all about surviving in this race. If you can keep your car from getting completely destroyed, you got a really good chance at it. Like right here, you can just make some laps. And, these are laps you're getting that nobody else is getting. So, and this could happen to anybody. Every heat could be just like this one. So, don't give up if it happens to you once, because it could happen to somebody else before it's said and done. So we hit our round robin rotation here. We got a track mate showing Randy Cutler with 65, Jackson 59, Bruce 59, 55 of Jay, and 52 of Nathaniel. Everybody else had to take a little bit of a set out on that heat. Nonetheless, we got about 2 minutes. I'm going to take a small break here, let you watch the guys work, and be right back with you. All right, 4 red lights dropping out to a green. We'll see if they can survive a heat. Randy Kirtley there, still in the lead, 67 total laps. Starting to see some of that telltale glitchiness that we're used to here running on the oval. Some of the colors swapping up and everything else. It's quite weird. Nonetheless, one minute. 53 seconds. Bruce Bullington, second place, tied with Jackson, 62. Jay Latham in fourth with 58. Don't forget, chat's up. I don't know if it's working on Twitch or Facebook, but I do know it's supposedly working on YouTube. So if you're watching YouTube land, definitely drop us a line if you got any questions. Want to talk about slot car racing as a whole, or do you just want to talk about what we're doing here at Lanes Raceway? We like to do that. My wife over there, you can kind of see her there to the right portion of the screen. She's holding down the fort. Specialty drinks there at Lanes Raceway, everybody loves. Here we go. 4 red lights drop out. We're going to leave this on Dead Man's Corner. And we get a car on its side right there. Looks to be Nathaniel Burton's car. Off cam 2, we'll probably see a little bit better. We'll see the ultimate track marshal himself, Dana Durham, coming back from a break as he gets the car put back on the start-finish line. At the very least, this is the second community going into strikes here. Checking out the old high banks here. We see some of the kiddos there testing out their GRC prowess coming up next week. Don't forget, we'll be on the orange. Here we go. 4 red lights drop out to green, and that's the Godzilla car of Glenn Burton. Let's get another yellow flag. Somebody's taking a strike here. Who is it? It looks to be Carson Ross taking a strike. Hopefully the stream will hold up for the duration of the night, as I just got hit with another Windows update. So when that happens, usually we have issues. So we'll see. Randy Kirtley, 78 laps, 8 laps ahead of Bruce Bullington. Bruce Bullington fighting tooth and nail to try to scrape some up. Jackson there on white also. So we get a hard hit coming off of the high banks there, possibly hitting the wall. I believe that might have been Guillermo Sire off a yellow lane. Here we go. Excuse me. 4 red lights drop out to green. Sorry about yawning right in your face there. It's caught me off surprise. We get a car go to the outside, down to the inside. Jay Latham narrowly escaped a 2-car bashing there. Nathaniel quick on the trigger to let off to not get involved in an incident there. Jay Latham's going to go back to a punishing full lap loss there at the start-finish line. As we got Guillermo Sire doing some quick work up there in the upper right-hand portion of your screen in the pits, trying to get his stuff to work. Having some issues with this speed wagon this week. Guillermo Sire, always a front runner up here at Lanes Raceway, having some issues tonight. A little bit of trouble. We'll see if that kind of straightens out as we move into the orange race coming up next. The GTP12 at Lanes Raceway. My wife's staring at me through the window here. GTP 12 action will be on this beautiful track, also known as the High Bank Orange. And here we go, back green race, and several people have strikes against them as we see Glenn Burton getting shunted by the inside driver right to the outside wall there. Bruce Bullington gave him the old shunt. We see Bruce Bullington also coming off. Must have got a little wiggly coming through Dead Man's Corner. Just wasn't able to fix it after Glenn and Bruce getting involved. It happens. Rubbin's racing. One second, folks. We'll be right back. All right, folks, and I am back. 4 red lights drop out to a green. Here we go. Randy Kirtley still in the lead by 10 laps. Bruce Bulletin making it hard on him. He's able to gain about 4 laps this heat, but we get 2 cars, 1 car inside of another one. Randy Cotton Candy taking one from behind from Jay Latham. Jay Latham going to grab that car, though, and move it on up. So we see another hit there for Carson. Will these guys be able to make it to the end of the heat, or will their drivers have to retire early from all this beating and banging taking place here on the 4-inch class here at Lanes Raceway? Super late models running Eagle Motors 929 gear ratio in the rear. These babies are screaming and blowing these tires apart. Testing and trying out the new tires from Mid-America seems to be a help to some. Some actually able to gain a little bit of top-end advantage here over the other guys. You may not be able to change the gear ratio, but you can change the tires. So that's some of the strategy these guys have, and some of them use it to the fullest extent, even dropping their chassis down like a real hard body. Right now, Randy Cody there on purple, holding it down, being able to run pretty good. The old aqua green car on yellow, Guillermo Sire, painted up really nice. I think we did that here at Lanes Raceway, a little blue stripe in the middle and green on the outside. It's like something from the deep ocean. Looks like Jay Latham's setting out now. He might have got shunted to the outside there as we see Carson's third one. He's going to be setting out, I believe. 1 minute left to go in this heat, and it's been a full debacle already. I don't know if anybody's going to survive this heat. Oh, we get 2 more. Cotton Candy Randy, that's his second one. What do we got here in front of Randy? A white-looking car. I don't know whose that is. They both got into each other, took it all the way to home base. Randy Curley going to take a quick look at his on the block. I don't blame him. That was a direct hit straight on, folks. He's got 58 seconds. He's going to have to make it all the way through the heat without wrecking again, so he's going to have to really mind his P's and Q's here. I think pretty much everybody else has at least one. I'm not too for sure about Jackson, but I think everybody else has came off at least once this heat. We knew this coming into the race, though. It was going to be a full speed come apart for most of these racers. This class is rough, having to almost use the negative side of the trigger to keep control. These guys want to push with everything they got, causing them tires to just spin out of control. Got a car stationary there on black, Nathaniel Burden. He's possibly got a broke wire or something. I don't know what's going on there. So Jackson pulling Glenn off. It upset some people. Now I got Glenn back on. Evidently Bruce was riding. So he's going to go back to the start-finish line here on blue. And we are also seeing, the second one for Nathaniel from the button press. Randy's got 2. Now I believe Glenn has 2. So I can't remember if Guillermo's got 2 or not. I believe he does, though. So this is everybody has got to survive. There we see Glenn coming off with a brush with 44 seconds left to go. Ooh, scared me. Is that what you want on your shirt, Jay? 42 seconds left to go to heat. Jay's cracking me up with some of these memes he's got on his phone. Everybody running in tangent with one another here, making some pretty good racing here. So dial it down a little bit. Guillermo and Nathaniel Burden. Nathaniel Burden, I believe to be his third one there. And I believe that's also Guillermo's third one. 22 seconds left to go in the heat. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was his second one. I need to get me a clipboard and keep track of all this. 22 seconds left to go in this heat, and here we go. 5 racers yet again, round robin. Looks like we're going to all make it through this time, though. Get some neck-to-neck running here. We see Guillermo let off and allow Randy Kirtley to go by. And red flag rotation. 5 make it yet again for another heat. A bunch of them just hanging on by 1. Randy Kirtley there hanging on by 1, and he was able to make it to the end of the heat. 65.5 on average. Bruce Bullington, 59 right there with him. 57.5 on average for Jackson, and 47 to round up half field with Guillermo Sire. Going to leave you guys here with the oval, and we'll be right back with you just here shortly. All right, folks, I'm back. It looks like they've already started without me. 3 seconds in, we did a little bit of a giveaway. Natty Ice bringing home a Ralph Thorne Flux kit from Lanes Raceway. The number, I believe, was 61, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Nonetheless, we love giving giveaways here. Anybody, anytime, we'll do a giveaway if we have a full track or more. So we got 8 racers here tonight. That's a giveaway. Randy Kirtley there with the hooks of life, grabbing the old 4-inch car of Jay Latham. He makes it look so easy. Jay Latham want to quickly grab that before it hits the ground. Not much to that hook, folks. Just enough to grab the car. We get a car reset there on green lane and blue. Carson and Jay Latham. Oh, and a big wipeout right there. We got Guillermo Sire taking out several people as we see Jay Latham with a nice turtle shell throw there for his car. Looks like something straight from Mario Kart. The old Cotton Candy Randy down low on black. Car painted up like cotton candy, folks. Speaking of cotton candy, right below the track here, you can't see it, we got us a homemade cotton candy machine. We can make you a big old bag of cotton candy anytime you like here at Lanes Raceway, and we got several flavors. So we see Guillermo coming off yet again, getting involved with Jay Latham. These two won't let each other go by. Jay Latham and Guillermo Sire both involved in that incident. It looks like that car there is off too. That looks to be Jackson Darty. I don't know if that was the end of the two communities or if we already had communities and we're taking strikes, but the guys know. They'll keep each other honest. Track Marshal Ultimate. I might have to give that to Glenn now that he's got the nice dice shirt. I love that shirt. He's putting some cars on the orange track. Let's see who's getting put on over there. One of the kiddos there. There's the shop. All right, 4 red lights dropping out to green. We're going back racing yet again. People are getting strikes. 4 of them lined up there that time. So it didn't even take less than a lap as we get 3 involved. Jackson, Jay, and Glenn rushing out of the gates there. The old Aquafina car, I guess that's what I'll call it, of Guillermo Sires there, seems to be resting always in the high banks. We're only 15 seconds into this heat, and we've already had several wrecks here, already building them up. It's looking to be maybe 5 or less yet again for the end of the heat. $120 frames drop so far, not too bad. Wife over there, she's looking at bodies. 4-inch bodies. I don't know exactly what she's looking for. She don't know I'm looking at it right now, but that's a Ralph Thorne 4-inch dirt late model body. What a salesman or sales lady. I don't know what she wants to be called, really. Going green. Minute and 44 left to go, and it's been hard hitting so far this heat. Randy Kirtley out in the lead, though, down on black as we focus in on him. He comes into a cluster of people passing Guillermo Sire smoothly as we get a car to come out. It looks to be Glenn Burton's car. Take a quick look here on Cam 2, get a little better view here. Randy Kirtley's going to snag that car up. This car custom painted to look like the beam coming out of Godzilla's mouth. Randy Kirtley making a nice pass on two of them as we get the car slammed to the outside. Looked like it didn't even try to stop. Randy Kirtley narrowly missing a wreck here in the high banks portion of the track. I don't think you could have fit a human hair in between that. Looks like T's selling a GRC in the shop, or at least a chassis. We did happen to get several FCR bodies this past weekend, so we can always put those on chassis for you, or you can have a chassis and build it up the way you like. Oh, and a hard hit from Guillermo Sire as it bounces off the car of Jay Latham and Randy Kirtley, but not pulling them out of the track, so that's lucky. But Guillermo Sire, hard hits there for the old Aquafina car. One sec, folks. We'll be right back with you. Folks, I'll be right back with you. I'm going to help my wife real quick. She needs some assistance. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I am back. Sorry about that. Had to help my wife. There was a few things that I had to show her in the system where we got some ready-to-run chassis with no bodies, and they're a little bit cheaper than with the bodies and the painted bodies and stuff like that. So got a couple more of these cars actually got sold tonight, so might see this even be a bigger race come next week, so that'd be pretty cool. We can see 1 minute and 38 seconds. We're about halfway through this race. Not going too bad. Still got one more to go after this. The Group 12 Screamer class, GTP, side wings and all. Randy Curley out in the lead right now, 216 laps, followed by Bruce Bulletin. Bruce Bulletin knocking at the door. Oh, and that looks like that car just went straight. Didn't decide it wanted to turn whatsoever. That's Nathaniel Burden's car. Might be a little bent there, folks. See you, buddy. See you, Gunner. Thank you, Scott. See y'all. Y'all be careful. Got a nice little flow going here right now. As we see the Godzilla car up there on cam 2. What a beautiful car. We see the streak Bruce Bulletin grabbing the old ride, bringing her back to the start-finish line. Oh, man. Did you guys see that hard hit? What a hard hit from the Aquafina car of Guillermo Sire. That baby went straight to the wall, folks. Bruce Bulletin there on black. One minute and 1 second left to go in the heat. Randy Curley in the lead, 234. Bruce Bulletin, 213. Jackson, birthday boy, blue, 182. Third place. Full red lights drop out to a green, and here we go. Jay Latham in the high banks, rolling around the dead man's corner. We get a stalled car from Guillermo Sire. But he's got that baby back going, and it slams into the wall yet again. Oh, Aquafina's not doing good on white lane. 48 seconds left to go. Guillermo's going to take a quick peek yet again at his car. Special thanks to all of our racers here at Lanes Raceway, man. We couldn't do it without them. And, man, they are supporting Lanes Raceway, and we love it. So we can advance and get bigger in the slot car community. There is nothing really in Kentucky when it comes to slot car racing, trying to push it to the limits. There is a couple of tracks, but when it comes to people really wanting to make a move, just not a lot of places to go to. Tennessee, on the other hand, has quite a few places. A place that I'd like to really go to would be the Piranha track. Of course, we did just go to the track there in Mid-America, the one in Chicago, not the one in Bloomington. I'd like to actually check that one out in Bloomington, too. Love slot car racing. We'll see what we can do, see what can happen here. We'll definitely grow it as far as we can. Plus, I like live stream. I love talking about the guys and how well they progress as racers. When we first started racing here in the Super Late Model Series, you guys know it was rough. as we see a pulling off of the red lane of Glenn Burden there as his car comes off the track there. Hard hits, you know, I'll tell you right now, it's almost like you almost have to like not drive these to the fullest extent, because when you do, they're so wild and out of control, it just takes one snapback. I don't usually say this, but maybe like running a little bit more pressure in the guide flag might actually help these a little bit, keep the back ends under control, where we normally like a good loose guide flag that likes to return back to the center. But I don't know if that's the key on this one. I like to think of a gravel road. When you get out of control in a gravel road and you start getting that thing sideways, and every time you try to correct it, it gets worse and worse and worse. So I think it's similar here for these cars, as being such short wheelbase. You just hammer it home and, you know, you pay the consequences. Almost running them slower and consistently speaking is faster. 268 there from Randy Kirtley, running a pretty impressive black lane for sure, but also running an impressive blue lane. Him and Jay Latham there just one lap apart. 247 total for Bruce Bulletin there in second. He's doing everything he can to reel in Randy Kirtley. Randy Kirtley's car running exceptionally well today. 212 for Jackson, birthday boy, in third place. He's excited for the Group 12 coming up next. Don't forget, chat is live. I'm going to leave you guys here on the main screen, and we'll be right back with you shortly. All right, folks, we're back in the mix here. Minute and 50 seconds. Round robin, 6 of 8. Hard hitting, never quitting. Got a little incident there down in the dead man's corner. Carcinogen Ross going to grab that car and bring her back to the start finish on black. Big screen, big cam, big living. Glenn Burden opting to get another late model body painted up for next week. Got a Mid-America like what Jay Latham runs, so we're going to get him one painted up. Carson coming off yet again. I believe that's a second community there. It's got him and Jay Latham getting involved in a little bit of an incident. The old Aquafina car coming to a rest yet again in the high banks as he comes around red lane there. Guillermo Sire might have his car back in whispering condition here as that baby is flying on red lane, folks. Down low. Oh, just a little too much speed there as he catches the wall just a hair. That back end of the body just catching the wall just a hair caused that to take place. My eyes were in the right place at the right time when that took it. Guillermo Sire pulling off. I don't know if he's had 3 wrecks or what's going on here. He's going to take a look at his car or something. Minute and 28 seconds left to go. Randy Kirtley, 285 out in the lead. Having a good night tonight. Randy Kirtley winning a couple. I guess all you had to do was take a trip to Chicago to Mid-America and see how they do it up there. Now he's coming back here. He's got a new lease on life. Ready to do some hard racing. T waving at literally nothing but my screen. And cracking her husband up. We had a big cluster take place down on Dead Man's Corner. Leading the way down low on black is Carson. And he is holding it, folks. He's leading. Oh, but then he lets the back end step out, and Jay takes advantage and gives him the old boot and hammer. Carson not too pleased with that as his car does a full 180 around Dead Man's Corner. So Carson getting his car over there on black. Purple's Jay, of course. And on yellow, we got Bruce Bullington. And on orange, we got Randy Kirtley, your leader. What a cluster. Ended up in a bluster, I guess. Looks like Glenn Burton's going to take his car around. Four red lights drop out to green. Here we go, folks. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go in the heat. Randy Kirtley holding her down. 28 total laps turned. Jay Latham turning 29, though. So Jay Latham right now turning the most laps, hammering it home. Beating Carson with a 1.797 best lap. Oh, so we get a callback. You better run. Ooh, this is not a good song. Sorry about that song, folks. I don't screen every one of these songs, but nonetheless, sometimes they say some pretty off-the-wall stuff. It's supposed to just be like instrumental. It's kind of surprising. All right, so orange and green, that's Glenn and Randy. I know that's Randy's second one then, I guess. His back end's getting a little squirrely coming off orange. Looks like Guillermo Sire has gotten ready to get his stuff ready for the next race. He's opted out on this one. He's getting set up for the next one. Oh, as we see Bruce Bullington's car just kind of wiggle itself out of the lane and come on down. .23 seconds left to go in the heat. We are round robin 5 of 8. Fixing to go into 6. 50-50-50. That's Bruce, Randy, and Jackson all turning 50 laps so far. Jay Latham out in the lead, though, with 52 total turn laps. And a best lap time of 1.797. 10 seconds left to go. Looks like Randy Kirtley's going to definitely keep the lead on this one. He's up by about 12 laps as we get a hard hit right at the end, and what a blister on them purple. It's like Jay still had power while everybody else didn't. I think it was just zooming around there. Oh, Godzilla car of Glenn Burden there in the high banks. And Cotton Candy Randy leading the way on orange. And we got a red flag and a nice coast from Randy. Taking a quick look here at the track mate, we can see Randy 330 total laps. And Bruce Bulletin 309 for your top two. Checking back in on chat. Not a lot of chat going on, but at the same time, a lot of racing going on. That's what we like here at Lanes Raceway. Not much going on in the shop. We've got some delectable drinks in there, selective drinks for sure. But really, to be honest, the tried and trues, Mountain Dews and Pepsis, man, biggest sellers here at Lanes Raceway. We got Action Jackson himself working on his car. We'll be right back with you. Just as soon as they come off break and go back green, we'll be into round robin 6 of 8. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh. Guillermo Sire right now currently working on his Group 12 car. You see him over there working. He's getting ready for the next race. His 4-inch GRC bent beyond recognition, so he didn't want to mess with it, so he just went ahead and pulled out of the race. So you see him there at the bottom there, hasn't turned any laps. It's not that he's had 3 wrecks and he's crashed out. It's just that he's retired for the weekend, as his car is not in drivable shape. It happens to the best of us. Last week, I believe Glenn Burden suffered a lot of that. It rotates every once in a while. Jay Latham there right at the beginnings of the high banks portion of the track there with his yellow, almost root beer color car. Best lap time right now is going to go to Jackson with a 1.852. Best median right now is Jay Latham, 1.88. And they're standing right next to each other. Oh, if we get a hard hit and just narrowly misses Randy and Bruce's knees. I legit don't know how that didn't slam into them. Several cars just going in too hard in the high banks, all of them getting involved in the incident there. Brutal. Don't forget, coming up after this, Group 12 GTP action on the orange track. As we're making up some of our time actually tonight to get into that race. A little bit of a love nudge there. I don't know if Carson's going to be too happy to hear that Jackson gave him a little bit of a touch there. Ooh, as he quickly hits the button. I think that might have been his 3rd time. Carson having a little bit of issues with the late model series, this series. But lucky for Carson and others like him that kind of struggle with these fast monsters, we are not going to be returning to this. It's just too much car for what these cars can do, so we're going to have to get through March. But once we do, the Eagle motors or anything faster really than a stomp motor in these 4-inch cars just ain't going to happen. I think we might end up going back to just stomp motor, 929 gear ratio like we did before. It was a great series then. I think it could be a great series again. We might actually see it in the 4 Crowns. But I don't see this series here making it to the 4 Crowns. That's just my given feels about it. I think it's going to be a toss-up, really, between the Group 12 GTP, kind of like what they run in the Euro Sport type stuff or the ISRA stuff that we're fixing to see here coming up next, and a toss-up between it and the hard body NASCAR series for the stomp. I think it really will be a toss-up with that. I don't know which one's going to prevail, but then again, there's a couple guys that want to see the Group 20 wing cars make it, so we might see that too. But we like to run a wing car series here at Lanes Raceway every series if we can, whether it be the Eagle or whether it be the Group 12 or whether it be the Group 20. We don't care. We just want to run some wing car action. But it's not like the normal wing cars that you see whenever they're competing at high stakes, high levels, like national racing, where they pretty much just hammer down and let it roll. You actually have to drive the wing cars here. It's not easy because the track is not glued up to be easy. But I think there's something to be said about a man that could drive a wing car and keep her from chattering or keep it from really messing up too bad. And these guys are pretty good at it. So if one thing's for sure, these guys got trigger control. And I'd like to really see what they could do in a different environment other than Lanes Raceway. Like I said, Randy Kirtley, future here at Lanes Raceway, wants to see us maybe make a team and try to go for some of these races. You guys have seen the real professionals run hardcore. Lanes Raceway has its professionals, and I think we just might need to move to the next level here. As we see a car bounce off of 3 different walls there. I don't know whose car that was, but man, that was crazy. Randy Kirtley's going to grab it and take a look at it. Might have been his car. Randy Kirtley right now out in the lead, 389 total laps. Bruce Bullington in second place with 367. And Jackson rounding up your podium with 334. Keep an eye on these guys. I'm going to take you over to the oval and let you watch them while they work, and I'll be right back with you. All right, 5 seconds, and we're going back green racing, folks. Hope you enjoyed your time off. Oh, and a controller gets wild there on the track. Randy Kirtley quickly snagging it up before he gets hit by a car. Some of these controllers, folks, as you know, are not cheap to possess. Checking in on our chat, as you can see, it's nothing, but that's fine. We have those races that thing fills up, so it's good to have a race every once in a while where it's not all chitter chatter, except coming from this guy here, and I'm an open mouth for sure. What a bunch of driving we're seeing here. Almost made it a full 30 seconds before the first wreck here in the Super Late Model Series, round robin 7 or 8. These guys are getting ready for the GTP 12. So it's like, hey, we got to keep these cars on. I got a lot of racing to do coming up next. If I was going to get in a race this series, it would probably be the Group 20 wing car or the Group 12. Simply because, like, I just love the way they sound. But, you know, I think I am legitimately going to get into the series next series. You know, we're not talking about 4 crowns. We're just talking about hanging out with the guys, running a couple races. I think they're all okay with it. They're definitely skilled enough to run against me now. So I'm going to jump in there and see what I can do. Maybe pull off a win here or there. But these guys are definitely not going to make it easy. I just don't know. I don't know what I want to run for next series. I thought about doing the brushless stuff, but then again, I was like, you know, I don't know if we can get the supply that we need to be able to run it. So it's going to be tough. I do believe that we need to continue either the hard body or the FCR, as always, just because that's a good entry-level race scenario there for sure. But I think the Hometown Hero Series is calling my name. I might have to do a dirt car up after one of my brother's cars that he used to run. I'm going to get in a race with that and have to sling some dirt. 4 red lights dropping out to green. We're going racing. What would you like to see coming up next series? The chat's open if you're still watching. Let me know what you think, what you want to see. We'll definitely take it into consideration. We get 2 cars involved in the incident here. Jay Latham, or Bruce Bullington, coming full speed ahead, hitting, I think, Glenn Burton's Godzilla car. Looks like Bruce got to take a look at his car here and see what's going on with that. Oh, Jackson doing Glenn dirty there as he slams him. But then yin is the yang as it comes back to bite him on the next round. Clips Glenn, comes back and hits Glenn after he knocked Glenn off. So costing both of these guys a strike. Cotton Candy Randy there, take a look at his body. Four red lights dropping out to green, folks. We are in round robin 7 of 8. And a couple guys actually sitting out. So it happens. Bruce Bullington getting his car lined back up there on white. And Glenn Burton down on purple. Just now thinking about it, Carson, I forgot all about this, but I owe Carson a chicken meal. Slim Chicken's opening up, for those that don't know, in Owensboro. Will Clausen, fellow racer here at Lanes Raceway, he's going to start working there alongside somebody else you guys might know, old Nolan, running the pinball game back in the day. So we might have to go up there and see those dudes on their day when they work and support them a little bit. And get some chicken. Forgot all about that. I got to talk to Carson about that. Randy Curley out in the lead, 446 total laps. Bruce Wilton, 421. Action Jackson, 395. These guys have been holding it down in the top 3 pretty much the whole race long. So we'll see how that pans out. Of course, Guillermo Sire completely retiring. And we will see how it goes as we roll into our final heat coming up next. Leave you here with the Oval. Let you watch these guys work. Be right back with you. 24 seconds. This just in. Guillermo Sire coming back in the game. The Salamanders back out. The Aquafina car. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Tortuga. 9 seconds left to go, folks. The final heat. The final Mohican. Who will stand? Who will make it to a victory podium finish here at Lanes Raceway? All right, first yellow flag there, 1 minute and 46 seconds left to go. And it looks to be Glenn Burden in the Godzilla car and Guillermo Sire in the Aquafina. Real live screaming, real live. Fast cars blowing tires off left and right. Like real life slinging dirt, but they're slinging wood over here. Oh, and a hard straight shot into the wall. Glenn Burden. Something busted off of it. Glenn Burden's going to have to take a look at his car for sure. Four red lights drop to a green. Glenn Burden retiring the race. Looks like whatever Guillermo Sire did to his car, he was able to fix that thing up and make it work pretty good. Cotton Candy Randy and Nathaniel Burden neck and neck, blue and green, rock and rolling as they go down into Dead Man's Corner side by side as we get a wreck. One minute and 2 seconds left to go in the heat. Guillermo Sire trying to work out some controller action here. Get his car to stop the way he wants. My wife getting a nice glam picture of these cars going around the track. Good cluster going into Dead Man's Corner. Like I said, side-by-side racing. Action Jackson, Nathaniel Burden, and Randy Kirtley as they go through the high banks down into Dead Man's Corner, somewhat spreading out. And now Nathaniel in the middle between these two behemoths. So we get a hard hit to the outside wall. And I'm talking hard, folks. Randy Kirtley, Cotton Candy himself, down low on the high banks, up high and almost into the wall. We got Guillermo Sire as that thing hit the wall, folks. He just got her straightened up. Now that baby's humming so hard yet again that it's hitting the walls. T's getting a picture of Guillermo Sire's car after that brutal incident, straight to the ceiling. You'll see that on Facebook later. Randy Kirtley taking a quick peek at his car. 42 seconds left to go in the heat. He's currently your leader. Bruce Bulletin in second, 4:58. Up on red lane. Best lap, 2:01.0 and a median of 2.10. Birthday boy Action Jackson down on yellow, coming back now, looking to poise to take home a podium finish here. As there's 7 laps separating him from Jay Latham. He's going to have to hang on for 30 seconds. Can he do it? Jay Latham right there nipping at his toes. Jay, of course, happened to set out a couple times, costing Jay a little bit of action. But both of these guys are running neck and neck here. Jay Latham's car really humming and keeping in tow for sure on Orange Lane. So we get another flag there. Nathaniel Burton, this time's car, coming to the outside of Dead Man's Corner with 15 seconds left to go. 7 laps separates fourth from third. Jay is hoping Jackson's car blows up. Oh, and right at the end, I almost think a gear slippage on Jay Latham. But that's the end of the race, folks. Randy Kirtley, first place. Bruce Bullington, second place. And Action Jackson, birthday boy himself, round up your top 3. We'll go over here to look at a little bit of a track mate here before we shut this race down and move on into the orange portion GT12 race coming up next. There it is, folks. Sure enough, the motor completely came unhinged from Jay Latham's car. Lost both screws. All right. Randy, Bruce, and Jackson, get your pictures. All right, folks, that's me, Donnie D, here at Lanes Raceway. I hope you enjoyed what is usually a full-blown debacle here at Lanes Raceway when it comes to the 4-inch super late model. But it looks like everybody made it out alive tonight, and not too bad of a race, as we're going to be jumping right in here shortly with the GTP 12 Group 12 class on the orange track coming up next. But thank you for tuning in. If it's the last time I see you, God bless you, and thank you for watching.